Alright, welcome back. So you might notice that the title screen is a little bit different now. See, before it was that guy that was all sliced up, and now it's the guy that we saw in the cutscene. That's pretty cool. It changes as the plot progresses. Okay. So we're on Citadel Station right now, I think. We still have to collect that debt from Opochano. Alright, Beodor. Yeah, I'll just get him better at two-weapon fighting.
Go.
He hasn't used it yet, but eventually he will. You just wait and see. Oh man, it's these guys. We need to upgrade his Vibroblade with some ion stuff. Wow, I have 3 shielding visors. How did that happen?
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Just can't get away from these bastards. Alright, you attack this one.
Optimal. You achieve.
Oh, now it worked on all of them.
Master. Failing, master.
Yeah, they're easy to kill. I like how nobody gives a damn. Like, yep, just another day on Citadel Station. Actually getting a small frame rate dip here, which is weird. I mean, I have like a mid-end computer. This is a 2004 game. Anyway. Do you have the credits for me? He was good for it. I'll be going now. Okay. So I should buy some stuff from the Dobo brothers. Zabrak Vibroblade, give it a Zabrak grip. It reduces the attack or the defense bonus. But it also gives you an attack modifier. I think that's good. Energy cell, Ionite edge. Perfect. That is a good Vibroblade. I kind of regret not buying weapons from these guys earlier. Could have used them down on Telos. Just let me shop. Could use some med packs. Those robes are terrible. Wow, he's got some good stuff. He's got another Zabrak Vibroblade. This Mandalorian blaster, it might be better than my pistol that I have now. I can't afford most of these. Alright, let's get the Mandalorian blaster. Be a good thing for Shug to use. He's got the Arcanian Sonic Blaster. Actually, that's still better than my Mandalorian Blaster. Well, I can give the Mandalorian Blaster to Atten. Alright, why does he have in his special reserves? Mandalorian Assault Rifle. Oh, that's good. But I can't afford it. Yeah, these guys stay relevant pretty far into the game. They have a good reason to keep visiting. Alright, Republic Blaster. And the Mandalorian Blaster is better. Of course. Ooh. Alright, let's see. Do I have a power pack attached to any of my other blasters? Yeah. That in the Mandalorian blaster. Okay, we'll give these to Atten now. So Atten has Benox blaster. It's pretty good, I guess. Oh yeah, it's actually better than this one. Oh, he's not wearing a special ribbed jacket. That's no good. Okay, so now we can choose our first planet to go to. There's nothing in here. So you'll notice that there are a few planets that were in the first game. But it doesn't feel too terribly recycled because they all have their own spin on it. And it's obvious that time has passed. And this game really front loads a lot of content too, like Paragus, Citadel Station, and Telos. That's a lot of content to begin with, and then you get these planets. Okay, so I want to go to Dantooine first, and you'll see why later on. Say anything to Atten?
Something up?
No. So his plotline isn't going to progress until a bit later.
Yes, General? Sorry, General, something else.
Let's see, I'm a level 12. Cool. You'll find out why I keep checking my level a bit later. I'm tempted to take Handmaiden, but Atten has that sneak attack, and it's just really hard to not use that. Alright, well the combat won't be too bad for now. So we'll take Handmaiden. She's no slouch in combat either, so this should be fine.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first.
What are people doing in the Enclave?
Salvagers are stripping it of anything valuable. Mostly they're collecting trash the Jedi left behind. The Enclave was bombed during the war, so there's not much left.
The halls of the Enclave are meant for Jedi. The artifacts left behind could prove dangerous in the wrong hands. We should investigate.
But since you're a salvager, I expect you already know all that.
I'm not a salvager.
Then who are you? The only recent visitors we've had on Dantooine have been salvagers, and a slew of mercenaries.
I'm just visiting. I lived here once.
You used to live here?
Haven't been back since I left for the Mandalorian Wars.
The Jedi Enclave on Dantooine was one of the major academies for young Padawans and apprentices. Many Jedi lived here once or twice.
Really? You seem pretty well armed for a farmer. But a lot of us joined the military during the Jedi Civil War. This is your first time back, a lot has changed. You may want to go into Kunda and ask around about your family. There was a lot of movement when the Sith invaded. Hopefully everybody you knew is safe.
Where's Kunda?
Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
This is your center of government?
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it.
Wow, that's a really dick thing to say. Who is Administrator Adari?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries.
Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have the mercenaries caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibробlade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Kath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who has disappeared?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Kath hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folk seem to be more accident-prone.
Why do I need permission to enter the Enclave?
Have you ever sliced a Jedi security door? The old ruins are secure from salvagers unless they get permission from Adare.
I'll be going now.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Okay, this droid is annoying me.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. Is there something I can do to serve you?
You're damaged, droid. What happened to you?
My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic.
Sith invasion?
Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be of any further service to you?
Droid, run a self-diagnostic and report.
Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos misaligned by 32 degrees. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months overdue for maintenance. Greetings, Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine.
Shh.
Hey,
Shut up.
did that droid just call you a Jedi?
No, you must be mistaken.
May I be of further service to you, Jedi?
No mistake about it. That droid is calling you a Jedi.
I am not a Jedi. This droid is malfunctioning.
You are not a Jedi. The droid is malfunctioning.
I guess that's one way to win an argument.
Greetings, Jedi. May I be of...
Why did you call me a Jedi?
My memory banks recognize you as a Jedi. You are among many Jedi who were trained in the Academy here at the Enclave, prior to its destruction during the Sith invasion.
What do you know of me specifically?
You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. My memory has no record of your return before now.
Is it all?
You had no direct interaction with this droid. However, I had one instance of a conversation between Masters Vrook and Vandar regarding you.
Well, out with it.
Beginning playback. Error. Recording partially corrupted. Resolving.
Today I caught him in a heated argument with my Padawan. His master refuses to properly discipline. I want to know what action you intend.
Luke, I respect your wisdom, but it is not your concern.
But uncontrolled. Whatever the other Padawans see him do, they are quick to do the same. Other students dislike him intensely.
True. An average student of the Force, but with a unique strength. He's a natural leader.
I strongly disagree. Mediocre Jedi, lust for power, will lead to the dark side. Furthermore, it...
Recording degraded. End playback. May I be of any further service to you?
Fucking Vrook. It's just always spitting venom. Why were you walking in a circle?
I am conducting my appointed rounds. May I be of any further service to you?
What can you tell me about Dantooine?
Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave, salvage of the ruins has become a key area of growth for the local community.
Why does he do this? Like, savage of the ruins. Tell me about how the Enclave came to be ruined.
Approximately 5 years ago, the Dark Jedi Malak and his Sith fleet assaulted Dantooine. The surprise of the initial orbital bombardments prevented any resistance from the surface. The attack destroyed much of the Jedi Enclave, leaving only the sub-level partially intact. The Sith attack also concentrated heavily on some obscure ruins to the south, but the reason for this is unknown. May I be... If you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
Hey, who's this guy? I like how people just politely tell you not to steal their stuff after you've stolen it. What are you doing on Dantooine? But even nature is troubled here. The ecosphere's balance has been lost. Without correction, the planet will falter in time. How did the planet lose its balance? From the bombardment, probably.
I've been dealing with that problem for years. The Ithorians are justifiably renowned for their ability to stabilize ecospheres, but some things are beyond even their skills.
What's so unusual about the Kinrath's behavior? Why are you anxious to leave Dantooine? Oh, maybe later. Yeah, I've been standing around and talking long enough, I think.
What do you want?
Here I go,
don't have
talking
time
some
for
more.
Cursed salvagers.
Why so busy?
Can't you tell? I'm a mechanic. In fact, I'm the only mechanic here in Kunda. I'm responsible for maintaining everything mechanical or electrical at the Kunda outpost.
Sounds like you have a lot on your shoulders.
Yeah, sometimes it seems nothing works around here, but I don't have time to complain. Too much work to do.
Tell me.
I tell you, between the droids, the security doors,
tell you.
and the gun turrets, I have my hands full.
It's the second time I've force persuaded this poor guy. Alright. Let's move on. The atmosphere looks a bit different. The whole color scheme of the planet is different from how it looked in the first game. It's a bit more washed out, which is appropriate since it got bombed to hell.
I hope your friends and family are fine. Many soldiers that came back from the war had bad news.
Tell me about the administrator.
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here would be mercenaries.
Already talked about the damn mercenaries.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit. I'm gonna work for someone that associates with them.
What Jedi? Is there another Jedi? Or maybe Vrook? Oh shoot, I forgot to level up the handmaiden.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would.
We didn't
You
do
remember
anything.
how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Yes?
I should probably keep quiet about the fact that I'm a Jedi. Alright, what should I give to her? So he has really good unarmed feats. She can knock people down with her bare hands. So I should make her better at melee. She already has second tier of 2-weapon fighting. Flurry, yeah. That's a good thing. Attributes. She should have higher strength. That's her most useful thing. Improved flurry. So her class gets lots of feats because she's a soldier. I think that's the class that gets the most feats, actually. She's also going to be our medic. I could give her this, but it'd be better if she had this. So do I have any good armor for her to wear? I wanted to have some dexterity, so she has +3 dexterity. This is the only armor that allows her to have her dexterity bonus. Oh, strength enhancer. This staff is pretty good, I guess. Well, it's double bladed, so that immediately makes it good. This has a stun chance. I think we should give her this stunning thing. I really don't like the color scheme of this armor. It's way too bright red. Oh well.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Where's the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Okay, let's go see her.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
What are you waiting for?
I'm here to get another pat in the back from the administrator and hear how unfortunate my situation is. That my problem is important, and they'll get around to it. I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now. I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
You fought in the war?
Yes, I fought in the Jedi Civil War. I guess we won. Couldn't tell here, though. Feels like we've been forsaken by the Republic. The war was very unkind to Dantooine. That hidden enclave cost us a great deal. A great deal.
So they blame the Jedi for the Sith attacking here. Because the Sith are targeting the Jedi. It doesn't really make sense, but from their perspective, I guess I kind of get it. What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then, they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment.
The Salvagers stole your equipment?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the Salvagers had already stripped it bare.
It's a misunderstanding. Are you sure it was a Salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the Salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that.
What'd they steal?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager. If you could go to this salvager
So I've been told.
and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful. I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
The Salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garevik is the worst of them.
Probably shouldn't say that right in front of him.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship, yes. No friendly greetings are here for you.
My ship isn't battered.
You act like I have insulted your woman. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Oh, fuck you too.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
Why do people keep insulting my ship? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Shug.
Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours?
I came in that ship, yes.
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
I'd prefer it if you keep that quiet. Jedi don't seem to be liked around here, or practically anywhere these days.
That is an unfortunate truth. and a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
What do you mean by that?
My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He didn't send for me, but I would like to see him, or meet with him.
Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I will make it my first priority.
We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
I heard a rumor that the Administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit.
She met with two, so you have to quit twice. Hey, look, it's our old friend, Adam Larp.
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, wata gratongchi mulira, pitas posoma britushniki tuk bamba, bora, dino
Same sales pitch as last time.
Unpadno koktek posoma britushniki tuk bamba, bora, dino molira nibonon, kin posoma britushniki tuk bamba, bora, dino molira.
Selling arms, right?
Fasa susho wi, kana ina doka ches, kapato rondi loso chi rana big big, now ji, hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta masapa, tong doki ni kama renzo ni ina stijon bla wenso mas, do wanga nochi, roren.
Let's see what you're selling.
Chauduso jamara.
I could use these. Could give this to the handmaiden. Be better than that stupid red armor. God, that's expensive. That's a really good fucking pistol, though. And it does that much damage. It stuns. Oh, but it's not upgradable. That's the downside. Mandalorian heavy blaster. This thing absolutely ruins droids. And it's upgradable, too. Unarmed accuracy gloves. I don't know if I'm willing to spend that much. I noticed something interesting. I haven't really been paying that much attention to my inventory in this game. Like, as opposed to the first game, I was always like, marking my new items as seen, so you know my new items list doesn't get crowded, but just haven't really been paying that close attention. Yeah, my inventory is kind of already getting out of hand. Is it because the game is different, or maybe I'm approaching it differently? Well, anyway.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garivek.
I've had no problems the militia needs to worry about.
You haven't? Well, that's something. I'm the second in command over here, and we keep getting incidents. Our staff is stretched thin. Too thin. If you do have trouble, I'm not the one to talk to. You need to talk to Zeron. He takes a hands-on role as the militia captain.
Isn't being hands-on a good thing?
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
Has the administrator talked to him about it?
Maybe. It's hard to say. They meet a lot. But it seems to me they let each other alone for the most part. I'm sure there's a lot going on with the militia that the administrator doesn't even know about. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well then maybe he should be replaced.
Wouldn't that make you captain?
I don't want to be made captain that way, but if my hunch is right, he's just about the worst person to leave in charge. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it.
A bad feeling? I'll be going now.
All right. Stay out of trouble now.
He's a friendly guy. Here's Zeron.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
I'm a gruff military man. I've had a spot of trouble, yes.
Talk to Baroon first. If your situation needs militia involvement, he'll send you my way. You got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters?
This guy's voice is perfect. Just exploring and getting to know people.
There are better places to explore and better people to know. I'm sure you have your reasons, though. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something?
What's Garevik's connection to the militia?
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable all the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garevik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garevik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
What sort of work do you have?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
Why is this place so overrun with Kinrath?
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things.
I'll see what I can do.
That's all I can ask. You want something?
I'll be going. I forgot to change the handmaiden. Okay, much better. Let's ask the administrator about Zarin.
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else?
Baron believes that Zarin is up to something.
I have no doubt that Baroon means well, but I have every confidence in Zaron. I would ask you to ignore anything Baroon asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope.
What is going on?
I realize that I'm asking you for help, but you must also know that I am the head of this nominal government. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to divulge all information to you.
Do I have evidence? I don't think I do.
What have you learned?
Nothing. Never mind. So there's a bunch of stuff to do. They're front-loading a lot of quests on me. So this is actually one of the manors that belong to the nobles who lived here. I think this is Metalli? These are the Metalli grounds, I think. Either the Metalli or Sandral, I don't remember which.
Yeah.
Grey Jedi robe.
Ready.
This damn Grey Jedi. They have no convictions and they think they're just superior to everyone else.
Sorry, this door is blocked off. Hey, get away from that door! The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
So, now what?
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto guru katada. Fiora tora pada no ringatel camarada tela fibu nubu da bikara.
What do you sell?
Manama treto sobre barakto drun. Krishe mentru gre babano flantur na saganich. Gravawe no ku se tabate bate. Tarawin sto sopotutu neliep grimpat.
Why are you here?
Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawre relibe kurondo so mele grima con corre gimbasa. Rechu contrada somo con chere non grum grum. Gera terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawre kare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemeno toto rere sene sensen.
Alright, never mind. So I'm not sure if this is the right way to go. Let's see. I think this is right. Okay. Oh man, that's some good damage. I think I even need to use force powers. Inertial inhibitor. Defense bonus, dexterity. I think everyone has good equipment for now. Okay, so this is the reason why I went to Dantooine first.
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory.
What are you doing out here?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
He's from the southern part of the galaxy. Do you suspect foul play?
I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors.
But Dantooine is temperate. There is no need for atmospheric sensors except for seasonal data collection.
Huh? It's just important we get it back. They're expensive pieces of equipment, and we can't afford to replace them. Regardless, I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something.
Why do you really want those sensors?
I just really need them. It's important. Please come to me if you find any of the atmospheric sensors. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you find, whether they're broken or not.
Any idea where they could be?
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
I'll see what I can do. Okay, so I guess you won't find out quite yet why I came here first, but you will once I find the sensors.
This will teach you.
I think maybe I should put some good armor on KotOR. He's taking a lot of hits. His dexterity is kind of bad, so get him something with a high defense bonus. I just really don't like the armors in this game. Or the previous game either. I just really like their default costumes the best.
You asked for it.
That was weird. It played the force animation while I was attacking. Where does this lead? That's the cave.
I don't know about that.
What's the problem? We found the sensors. Now we can take them to SAID and get paid.
They are vitally important pieces of equipment on tectonically or environmentally unstable regions. But do you really need atmospheric sensors on Dantooine?
I'll crack open one of these sensors and see what's inside. Inside the atmospheric sensor is a hidden surveillance device. No wonder why SAID wants them so badly.
Nice job, General.
Sensors provide strong evidence that Zeron is endangering relations with the mercenaries.
You know, I'm glad I found you again, General.
What are you talking about?
We were together at Malachor. I don't know if anyone else could understand.
So why are you here?
Getting philosophical on me? I'm here because you found me on Telos and I decided to come along for the ride. Not that I had much choice after we got going.
I mean, why are you still here?
Tired of me already? I was frustrated. Watching the Ithorians getting pushed around by Zerka, I thought I could make a difference, but it was taken away from me. Guess if one planet was good enough for me, why not the galaxy?
Even if you knew what was wrong with it, How would you know where to start?
You just have to know what the circuits look like.
It's all wires and switches to you, huh?
That's the way I see things. Traveling with you, I know there's something else in the universe, but I can't do anything about it anyways, so I'll leave it to you to take care of.
I'll do my best.
Was there something you wanted me for? Sorry, Joe. No. Yes, Jen.
Hang on. I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm trying to do something with Beodur.
I don't suppose you...
Actually, I found 3 of them.
That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them.
It sounds like it's worth more to you than that.
It is worth more to us than that. I'll pay you 4,000 credits for the lot of them.
I think I'll hold on to it for now.
If you must, but I'd really like to buy them off of you. They're important. Come back if you change your mind.
Yeah, I need to take these back to Adare. I have evidence that Zeron's actions are endangering Kunda.
What have you learned?
I found these atmospheric sensors. Zeron has been using them to spy on the mercenaries.
Very well. I will deal with the situation as I must. Guard, please bring Zeron and Barun here immediately.
What is it, Terena? I'm very busy.
I'll get straight to the point. I have found evidence that you are unbalancing our precarious relations with the mercenaries. Do you deny this?
I deny nothing. You know I have done everything for the good of Kunda. The mercenaries are a real threat, though many here are blind to it.
I have no choice but to err on the side of diplomacy. Until further notice, I am giving command of the militia to Barun. I hope, Zeron, that you will continue to serve as Barun's second in command.
I believe you're making a mistake, Terena, but I will not let my pride compromise the militia. I will still serve.
Thank you, Zeron. You are dismissed.
I'm grateful for your support, Administrator. As the new leader of the militia, I swear to support your goals of peace and compromise.
That will be all, Baron.
He's probably not as good as at his job than the other guy, but oh well. Do we have an intruder? Uh-huh. Prepare to defend yourself, assassin. Of course. Oof. Oh, big oof. Okay. I think I got her now. I should probably heal. Whoa, what the hell? No! Heal! What the hell? Jeez. It's brutal. Okay, this is bad. Alright, I'm gonna save here. You have too many cloud saves? What? I don't even know why I'm using cloud saves. Okay, well I can run. Oh god. Alright, let's see if a plasma grenade works well. Not that well. Come on, that is not fair. Ah! Ah! This is fucking brutal. Cast it already. God, Shug. Jeez. What happened to her AI? This doesn't seem right. Okay. Try it again. She's doing that cheap ass thing again. Okay, don't attack, just heal. Alright, now I've got her.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours.
Arise, but do not attack me again.
Kill me. I beg you. It was not my wish to challenge you. And I must pay the price.
I will not kill you.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior.
I can't choose to kill her for some reason.
As I felt.
It's because she's plot important. She has plot armor.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
What's a Miraluka?
Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky.
Killing one?
Just mentioning it, she looks like she's suffered enough wounds already, even after the beating you gave her.
Is she going to be alright?
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
If her condition changes, let me know. I didn't want to hurt her.
She is a threat to us.
I won't harm her if that's what you're asking.
I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once. She should not be allowed to walk freely on the ship.
Scavenged a part of her lightsaber. I guess she recovered.
Yes, General? Sorry, something...
Confused. Hang on. Okay, I went back a little bit because, turns out the thing I was trying to do with Beoduras, I missed an opportunity. Okay, so last time I didn't give him the sensors.
I don't suppose you
Actually, I found 3 of them.
That's great news. My offer still...
Sounds like it's worth more to you than that.
It is worth more to us than that.
Here you go, I'll take the credits.
Thanks.
Yes, General?
God damn it. Okay, I think I finally got this figured out.
I don't suppose...
Not so fast, we found a little surprise inside them.
I was afraid of that. So, how do we do this, then?
Why is there surveillance equipment in the sensors?
We were picking up off-world transmissions between the mercenaries and... someone, we don't know who. We know that the mercs are up to something, we just don't know what. We set those atmospheric sensors up to gather information. Now you know why we need those sensors. I'll pay you 5,000 credits for all 3 of them. That's about all we can afford. You make money and help us out at the same time. What do you say?
You need the credits more than me. Call it 3,000 credits.
Yeah, that's admirable of you. Thank you. I'll get this back to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
That was a kind act. It is good to see that one can still show compassion, even after the war.
It was a minor thing, nothing more.
For some, it would have been a difficult thing to do.
That was weird. Okay.
You know, I'm glad I found you.
And we already did this. Maybe it'll trigger if we go back to the ship. Like I tried to do last time. So now the Zeron guy won't be replaced. Who cares if he spies on the mercenaries? Mercenaries are a bunch of bastards anyway. Okay, now we're back to where we were. And she's in the crew quarters.
Having you here has an effect on me, General. I never noticed it years ago. I think my mind was too occupied then.
What do you mean?
I feel calm, more in control. The anger is still there, but I can feel it drifting away. The last years of my life have been defined by it. The Mandalorians, Zerka, and Revan. And above all else, myself, for Malachor.
What about me, for giving the order?
Never, General. It had to be done. My hands destroyed the Mandalorians. I cannot be forgiven for that.
If Ulic Keldroma could be forgiven for waging war against the Republic, you can be forgiven for saving it.
Even if I did it out of hatred of the Mandalorians?
You did it to save us, to protect us from death.
That might be the truth, but I don't want to see it that way. I can't just ignore the blood on my hands.
You're too stubborn. There's no blood on your hands, just the blood your guilt forces you to imagine.
Even if there isn't, I still feel like I need to do something to make up for it.
Learn the ways of the Force. I could teach you. But you must let go of your anger, or else it will destroy you, and you will fall.
Under your guidance, I feel like I could overcome my anger.
And we have no time to waste. 6 months later. Jedi Guardian. See, now that's a good class. It's a lot better than Tech Specialist. It actually has feats.
My life for yours.
So I wanted to convert him as early as I could because I didn't want him to level too high as a Tech Specialist because then he wouldn't have as many levels left over for Jedi Guardian. Anyway. Are you alright?
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you were alright.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek.
In Medbay, we noticed you have scars. Who hurt you?
The scars are many and the causes equally so. It is of no importance.
Who sent you?
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
I need to know where I can find your master.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
Ready?
If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
How did you find me?
I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Was your master the one sent to Paragus?
I'm not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
What do you mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you.
I've heard that your species is blind. How are you able to see?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
You sound as if that sight is lost to you.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Thesis has limited ability to see the Force. She has Force sight in first-person mode and also has a Force power by spending Force points.
My master, he has crippled me. I have seen the galaxy as it truly is, and it has left its mark. It is not something I can explain, for the words are difficult. I only ask that you understand.
Never mind, I'll be going now.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me?
Because the game railroaded me into doing it. Because I believe you can be saved.
You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
To help another is not weakness. It is strength to them both.
So you say. But it is not something I have observed. or seen.
What do you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories. Or the planet itself.
Tell me about your homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction.
How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
I've seen similar acts of destruction at Malachor.
I've heard tales of Malachor. It is said that many of my people felt the end of the Mandalorian Wars from across the galaxy. But do not mistake me. I did not mean to draw comparisons between KotOR and Malachor. My homeworld still exists. It is intact.
How was it destroyed? Or...
The planet was not...
Oh, okay. If your homeworld is destroyed, how did you survive?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
As if everything suddenly went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them.
That was my
I was the
Obi-Wan
only
impression.
living thing remaining on the planet of KotOR. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
You were the only survivor?
Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world. And there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own. And he made me see. And for the first time, I saw the galaxy. And I wished to die.
He made you see.
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
Why did your master show you this?
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
Why did your master destroy KotOR?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And KotOR, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
He attacked it because the Jedi had gone there?
He cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life. merely with his presence.
Or it may starve him, make him more desperate.
I do not understand what you mean.
Just thinking out loud. Why did the Jedi meet on KotOR?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
Okay. I have stuff to do.
Yes, General?
I want to teach you some of the techniques I've learned in my travels.
If you think they'll help.
Theodore has learned the effect of mind.
It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up.
He can't even use that. Well, maybe he can. I don't know. Oh, HK. Reinforce the droid's damaged chassis. If you install the droid's chassis, it looks like it'll make its chest stop sparking, which is a minor relief. Step away. Alright, wait, what level am I? Still 12, okay, never mind. Let's take KotOR. And hang on. Well, let's stick with Handmaiden for now. I'll use Thesis later. Yeah? Jedi Guardian. So I don't think he needs any more intelligence, obviously. Strength is good. I think that he would benefit from more dexterity. Feats weapon proficiency, lightsaber. It's got force jump too, which is awesome. Oh, it's so cool. See KotOR with force powers. Alright, I'm gonna just give him buffs because his wisdom and charisma aren't that high. So if he uses any like offensive powers, it won't do much. Or it won't succeed very often. Plus 16, so it only decreases it by 2, so it's not too bad. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so I'm not going to put armor on him because that would restrict him, but I do have robes. Although, for whatever reason, he can't wear robes. Why is that? Huh. Okay, let's go back to the caves. Alright, so last time we were in here there was a spelunker. And he wasn't getting attacked by the Kinrath, strangely enough. Oh, why didn't you force jump? Holy shit, 60 damage? Why are they doing so much damage? Did 60 damage in one hit. Definitely have to stun these things now.
Get this over with.
Utapak mito, hai best nikta dochi mapao krawe nosha. What a lord chibafu.
My apologies.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumali.
I'm just exploring. What are you doing?
Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawaka chuba. Sura dachi mo.
You are different from most of the mercenaries I've met.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumali.
What do you know about the other mercenaries?
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumali. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come giusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin.
Why do they keep you out of the loop?
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumalispa.
Why do you get special privileges?
Charika yayakta min sobachina ninga ballo chajuk.
I'm an explorer like you. You can share your secret with me.
Kavanata galu. Kavanami dum. Huta yanolia. Jukta genechu bawonki na jung winoton ma no miurit. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumalispa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumalispa.
Do you have an extra scent gland I could use?
Bram tabanin sochu. Da come giusmak miki baranye doso so ri.
I'll be going now. Don't really need the gland anyway. We can defend ourselves. So wait, what's Beodur's wisdom? He does have some wisdom, actually. It's not as high as mine, but his charisma is kind of low, though. Maybe I should have increased that instead of his dexterity. Well, it's not like he has a whole lot of force points anyway. I mean, he's mainly going to be a melee guy. What's with all these saves?
Take him down.
Yeah, I need to keep these things from hitting my people.
Ready.
Okay, Beodur. He has some treat injury, I think. Yeah, his treat injury is not bad. Nothing here. Ooh, see enough strength enhancer. That's what he needs. Now his dexterity doesn't have a bonus. Oh well. Beodur is just forever the meat shield, soaking up all our damage. It's because I'm Zabrak, isn't it? You racist. Wow, it's really hard to get Whirlwind working on them. Or Gazdin Riot Buster, what?
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
This place affects me strangely. There is a tingling in my forehead.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Tell me more about these crystals.
The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers.
Okay. Oh. That's a lot of them. I kinda wish I had an antidote kit right now. Ah! Okay, we gotta kill this one first. Uh-oh. Oh, not good, not good. Get out of there, handmaiden. It's all because of that matriarch. Okay, I can take the hatchling.
A challenge.
Okay, this is going to be 10 times harder now. So I'm going to need to kite them. That matriarch is going to be really hard to kill. Still coming after me. No! Stay away. Okay, maybe I can take him. Or take her. Wait, no. Good God. Why is it so tough? Oh, thank God it respawned these guys for me. Let's go. Hey, no, no, Bear Dirt. What are you doing? Stop. You're gonna get killed? It's still not working. Keep trying it. Keep trying. Okay, I should have been... I blew it. Yeah, Whirlwind is just not going to work on that thing. Can I get him to respawn again, please? I'd really like that. There they are. And run. Well, don't get so close to it, you dumb fuck.
This will teach you.
Kill it.
This will teach you.
Oh my God, why are you missing it? Q. Killed the Kinrath matriarch. This will hamper the Kinrath's ability to procreate. Should make the Kunda Plains a lot safer in the future. Not a killer babies. It's better this way. I would have starved to death otherwise.
How do you like that?
It's kind of sad when you think about it. Just murdered an entire family.
Let's go.
It'd be funny if I used a mine on the Kinrath eggs. This doesn't... I guess this doesn't give you crystals like it did in the last game. I'm just kind of aborting them. Well look, we wouldn't want them to hatch and starve to death now, would we? It's fitting that I went to Dantooine first. Ooh, Shug crystal. Because, you know, it's the first place you... Actually, not really. I mean, it's the first place you go to after Terrace. But I guess the analogous planet to that would be Telos, but anyway.
The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed.
Pet rock. Bah! I've gained a pet crystal. I hope I don't have to feed it.
You scoff at this gift, but many Jedi would greatly covet such a treasure.
What makes this crystal so special?
The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Okay. Probably won't end up using lightsabers, which is sad. And they give you this awesome crystal, but you know, you have to use a lightsaber. Oh, it's just railroading me into using a lightsaber. Damn it, game. What if I don't want to? Contention, Makashi. Force suppression. Maybe I'll use a lightsaber later. Against Jedi, less blaster deflect. What force channel? Ah! Stop. Thank you. Right, so... Get my reward from Geron. Where was he again? Oh, right.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. I figure you've got a reason for coming back. You want something?
I cleared out the Kinrath cave.
So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You've saved some lives today. You want something?
I'll be going. Oh, big money. Alright, I've probably been recording for close to 2 hours. I don't know exactly how long because I had to stop and start again. But yeah, it's probably been going long enough, so I'll cut it off here. And these parts are getting too long. Like the last part was 2 hours. This part's probably 2 hours. Anyway, next time, maybe we'll finish Dantooine. Maybe not. Who knows? I didn't think it would take an hour just to get past all the dialogue before we started doing things. But, yeah. So next time, we'll do some more stuff.